I go crazy. Oh, I died. Whoopee. Robert Throgmorton founded an expedition to discover the origins of the mass hysteria gripping Oakmont. The expedition was to explore the seabed near Oakmont. Contact with the expedition was soon lost. Albert Throgmorton was the only known survivor. He was subsequently murdered. I was hired to find any other expedition members, dead or alive. Throgmorton will be waiting for my report in his manor. Am I at the hotel? I did manage to get to the hotel, but that's... I don't know exactly what sank the USS Cyclops. The only thing, only remember the screams and the metal creaking, water filling the deck, and my headache, the worst I've ever had. I found myself among the floating seaweed drowning. A nearby piece of boat helped me survive and reach the shore of a small island. They found me on it later, starving, half-mad, and babbling about the ancient ruins. And the official said none of what I thought I'd seen was real, but my memories are true. My strange powers gained after the ordeal prove it. I found something horrible on the island, something old and dark and slithering. It still haunts me.
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers. Never again, they say.
All that we see or seem is just a dream within a dream.
Never again, they say.
Laudanum. Like Laudina.
Laudina.
Soothes all ailments, add to any spirits or tonic. 6 fluid ounces.
No matter how much of this I chug down, the visions always return.
Oh, wardrobe. Newcomer, wind coat. Gangster, king's robe. Gay wear. Unlocked in investigator pack. That sucks. Daywear looks really good. Wardrobe, fisherman, police envoy, plague doctor. Learn all about the wild beasts in the field research kits. Master sleuth. Look, cultist.
Oh, wow. Wow. That one looks really creepy. Like,
All relaxed.
that doctor looks right.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks.
Yeah. There's also that one which looks
Ooh,
good.
that one looks.
But this one you need DLC.
Well, wind coated it.
I like this one. Looks like a pea coat. Number of attacks on the Innsmouth immigrants has increased. Raids are intensifying, with more and more Innsmouthers exposed to abuse and assault. Sometimes whole families are found dead in their houses. Police are on the case, with several illegal Innsmouther businesses captured and their owners sent to jail. This city ought to have been cleaned of these fish-faced scum long ago, said Robert Throgmorton, head of the Throgmorton Grand family. I regret only one thing: it all started too late. Had we not neglected our civic duties, my son Albert would still be here with me. Wow. Racist bastard. You just hate the fish people. Mr. Reed, it seems that you overexerted yourself while conducting the investigation for Mr. Throgmorton. Forgive me for the audacity, but I brought you to the Devil's Reef while you were unconscious. Please take more care of yourself in the future. I won't be there for you every time, Johannes. Johannes Vanderpoopy.
Makes this place feel more like home. I miss Boston already.
Feel someone's stuff here. Boarded up the windows and locked the door. They are just men, the Yellow Kings' gang, but they can't get here now. Now there's only me and these nightmares. A little longer and I'll figure them out. Hey, a pistol round. Mr. Archer, I've seen you dragging things into your room. Mind the floors. I'll make you pay for any scratches.
The door won't budge.
Probably something up against the door. Up. The lighthouse is out, several ships have gotten lost at sea, and some are now decorating the sea's beaches. That's one thing. But now there's an enterprising fellow at the city port hiring salvagers to recover ships. He's turning a tidy profit from selling them. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look into it. Now, if only the city wasn't so impossible to net. This is where he makes his poopies. Gross. 3. Yeah. That's a disturbing photograph. Oh, photograph. Ammo does 7 apparently. Is there a save? Yeah, save.
Finally, you're awake. Gotta tell you, though, mister, you want to stay on here, you stop making all that noise.
Noise? What noise are you talking about?
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind of thing. It stops, all right?
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't really remember what happened, but I'll do my best.
Yeah? Well, next time it happens, you end up sleeping under the bridge like the other newcomers.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests. Are we the ones keeping you in business?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine. Take what you wish.
Damn. Like a bunch of notes. Darren, I think I'm finally starting to figure this out. Locals use signs to mark special places that you know already, kind of like secret signs hobos use all over the country. What I learned is that the tradition dates back to times well before the flood. I've been able to find out the meaning of some of them. See the crooked H-shaped sign on doors around town. That means the house is inhabited. The crosshatch grid sign means hidden caches of useful items. The V-shaped sign is for barricaded dangerous places. Good catch there, they say. I still haven't figured out the spiral-shaped sign, though. You'll have to investigate for yourself. And if you see the signs with a cross and 3 Ks, reach for your gun. Walter, can I help you if I hear you're peddling your cheap, affordable living again? I could live without you renting out beast-ridden flop houses, but you're cutting into my profit. Don't make that mistake. I know you're on the fish market, and I have dangerous people living here that I can send after you. Dick. My dear Victor, how is Oakmont treating you? Should you require any support, the Blackwoods would be happy to help. I've arranged for that. Regarding your question, I don't know where Robert went, sadly, only that he did not stay in Innsmouth. Perhaps there is hope he didn't perish in that cursed rain. Take good care of the hotel, please. Plenty of our relatives were interested in that property, but you're still my favorite nephew. I know the Devil's Reef is in good hands. Regards, Aunt Portia. Still don't know what to do with the items I'm... Bored. Look at all these letters from Oakmont. Alright. City, no matter how badly the flood damaged it, has an unnatural appeal. I can't stop myself from walking, even if it means being struck by further visions. I went to the eastern part of the Salvation Harbor near the crossing of Fitz O'Callahan Street and the Old Church Road. The feeling of loneliness and fear was immense. I was a woman locked in my room, infected and slowly rotting. My body turned into something. Itched badly, and my face. I had to hold the skin with both hands to prevent it from growing until I suffocated. I ended up sitting on the road crying until some Innsmouther picked me up. Visions are testing me, playing with my mind. My old forgotten fears come to life. When I was small, I was afraid to stay alone. I thought my parents would leave and never come back. Today I went to the eastern streets of Cloverside, and the visions came at the corner of St. Elmo Lane and King. I felt I was alone, forgotten, a locked room, hungry and frightened. It was so scary to stay inside, but everything was much worse behind the door. Something scratched in the corridor. There were terrifying screams from inside. I could not run, could not hide. I waited for Mom to... Looks like these are like instructing me to go to street locations. Yeah, intersection of Purity Road and Oak Street. The hotel allowed me to look through the weird notes he found in the rooms of disappeared newcomers. Among them, I found several pages from the diary of a man describing his life in Oak. Suffered from visions and marked the places where they happened, trying to avoid. If I go place on map. Oh. Okay, I got you. This says eastern side of Salvation Harbor, Fitz O'Callahan, and Old Church. Old Church. Fitz O'Callahan and Old Church. What did that one say? Eastern streets of Coverside, St. Elmo Lane, and Kingsport. St. Elmo Lane. Afraid someone stalks me. It started when I visited Western Advent and had a vision at the intersection of Purity Road and Oak Street. I saw mirrors full of reflections, someone trapped, trying in vain to escape. The expression of fear and panic shook me. After that, a very tall and skinny man started following me in the distance. What troubles me is that I see him in the reflections, but have never caught a straight view of this stalker. I'm sure the police will mock me if I come by asking for protection. Seems it is time to buy a good, trustworthy gun and start to practice. Western Advent, Purity Road, and Oak Street. Western Advent. Purity and Oak. Are these all staying there? They are. Okay, good. Perfect. Let's keep going. Today I fell asleep on the street. I'm sure it's connected to my vision somehow because I felt the same nausea and headache as before they strike. It happened in Coverside, near the corner of Tanner and Old Church Road. I felt dizzy and my mouth was full of a bittersweet taste. I saw a woman with kind eyes giving me a drink and whispering. Immediately after that I fell asleep and spent nearly half the day lying in the dirt like a hobo. Miracle no one stole anything. Coverside, Tanner, and Old Church. Old Church. Old Church. I don't see Tanner in Old Church. Oh, Tanner and Old Church right there. Okay. The local Innsmouthers scare me a lot. I've never seen a place with so many ill people. Their faces pursue me even in visions. Recently, I was in the northern part of Grimhaven Bay. Whisper Street. I barely made it to Hubert Avenue when the visions. I stood among many Innsmouthers, disguised as one of them, and listened. Their leader read the story of a captain participating in pagan rites, copulating with savage witches and beasts, bringing sacrifices. I still remember his name, Obed. Northern Grimhaven, Whisper, and Hubert. Whisper. Hubert. Afraid of the bathroom and kitchen sink. Each time I want to wash my hands, I tremble in fear. What if they'll talk to me? This began after a vision in western Reed Heights, near the crossing of Iben, Ward, and Baker Street. I saw a man naked and covered in blood, in a room without doors or windows. Surrounded by the dark holes of the pipes, he was cutting himself, piece by piece, feeding those copper mouths. They were whispering with voices, so sweet and promising, but full of hunger and hatred. How could he believe them? How could he even escape? Had they noticed me? Reed Heights. Eben, Ward, and Baker. Reed Heights. Here's Eben, Ward, and Baker. No matter how different my visions may be, they are always so frightening. Today it was a man. He left a house in southern Old Grove on Warwick Street, somewhere between Seaside and Hillside. Our eyes met, and I immediately felt a burning exultation. A wild torrent of emotions. I saw him among the monstrosities, touching them, embracing. Vision was so intense, I bent in two and threw up all my breakfast. Walked past saying something like, cursed, and prayed he wouldn't stop to help. Even now, when I close my eyes, I see the creatures on Southern Old Grove, Warwick, and Seaside. On Warwick, between Seaside and Hill Street. Old Grove. On Warwick. Where did it say? On Warwick Street, between Seaside and Hill. Somewhere here. Didn't see Seaside there at first. Okay. I can't help but turn around at any noise after what I saw yesterday. I walked down the Murdoch Avenue in Western Advent and near Oak Street, hit with an excruciating migraine. My nose started to bleed and the visions came. I saw one man writing a letter and another about to strike him from behind. Somehow, I was both the spectator and the sitting man, but no matter how I cried out warnings or tried to move, it didn't work. It seems I lost consciousness when the killer hit the man's head. It took me several hours to get back to the hotel afterward. Okay, Western Advent, Murdoch, and Oak. Western Advent, Murdoch, and Oak. After this vision, I shake in fear at the sound of a child's cry. It happened in the Western Reed Heights on Washington Street. Passed Evan Street and was heading towards Oak Street, but saw it. The thing was running so fast I didn't even understand what it was. It jumped from the window, and the vision struck me. I saw a man, a doctor, hiding in the room. He was writing something with a shaking hand, something like a last will. And then I saw the thing stalking him. Fetus on thin, pointy legs, with a little face full of evil and hatred. It's shrieking, I can't forget. Western Reed Heights, Washington Street, between Eben and Oak. Washington, Eben and Oak. There. I was walking the Lubert Street in eastern Reed Heights when it happened again. Not just a vision, but a noise, hissing radio static, growing louder and louder. Voices from afar were lost in it, crying desperately. I tried not to show how bad it was. I was afraid to reveal it to the locals. Images came after I passed Bullock Street, heading towards Hilo Street. The hissing flooded my mind, and I saw a man surrounded by radios talking to them. He was dying. I felt it. When it happened, the vision was gone. Eastern Reed Heights, Lubert Street, between Bullock and Heath. Lumbert Street, between Bullock and Heath. Lumber Street between Bullock and Healy. Last one. Tonight the air forced me to leave the hotel. The putrid smell of rotting seaweed and fish made it hard to breathe. I remembered a huge apple tree. Thought it might be nicer there. Moreover, I was afraid that the hotel owner would see my seizure. Visions occurred when I was a few blocks from the apple tree, walking East Brown in Central Shells. I felt like I was dreaming. I ran forward, and when I passed the street of St. Michael's Church, I felt the water surrounding me, pressing, calling. I needed all my will to fight the desire to go to the mare and sink into the depths. Was he? Central Shells, East Brown Street. He passed St. Michael's. That was a lot of stuff. It's in northern Coverside at the crossroad of Asher and Hubert. Hubert, Asher. There somewhere. Do I have any close ones? Yeah. New fast travel point, Devil's Reef. That's handy. Oh, that's the fast travel, I guess. New location, infested area. Didn't they say... Hobo signs. H, cross hack. V is for barricaded dangerous places. I can't get in there. All my markers are gone. Oh, that's a bummer. Spent all that time putting all those markers down. They're all gone. Sucks.
No photographs, you hear me?
Oh, that guy doesn't want me to take his picture. Weird. None of them do. Cordite. Isn't cordite an explosive? Weird. Hull casing. There's no point in running away. That blasted, hollow-eyed freak always catches up with his grin, his long black coat and thin, crooked fingers clutching a gun. Got a bullet with my name on it. Dodged it once, but there won't be a second time. Hey, help me. Oh, can you melee these things? Oh shit! Get out! What is this? Well, I spent all my bullets. That's cool.
No photographs, you hear me?
Expedition headquarters.
Guess I don't need the key.
Wow. Place got wrecked. Divers with the bends can suffer from numerous symptoms including pain, impaired movement, nausea, vomiting, and disorientation. Symptoms can occur within 10 minutes of surfacing and include paralysis, numbness, blindness, deafness, dizziness, seizures, confusion, or words coming out all weird. The paralysis and numbness can involve several different body parts of the body at the same time.
Are a few damp papers all that's left of the expedition? Are a few damp papers all that's left of the expedition? Someone smashed it beyond repair.
Alright. Can I craft skills? I have one knowledge point. Mind vigor. Carry up to 25 pieces of any crafting material. 15% chance to save the crafting material. For first aid, sanity kits and traps. Explosives. For earn more experience and stay sane for slightly longer. Unnatural recovery. When close to death, slowly regenerate a limited amount of health for last fighting. Aha, aha. So I guess the revolver does more damage. Because it uses 44 caliber cartridges as opposed to 38s. Let's do that for now. Okay, so if I go here... Ah! Okay. What is that? A false wall! Bro, sick! Nice. Let's go upstairs first. I want to forget to get to do upstairs stuff. Heck. Ew. Heels?
Can't say I ever saw another shell like it.
It has the same green coloring that the mask did. The diving helmet. Thank you. According to our data, the places with paranormal activity have a strong, previously unidentified influence on the human mind. We've prepared a list of solutions, including meditative practices and a supply of sedatives to prevent cases of madness among the expedition members. I highly recommend discarding all those charms, amulets, and religious symbols, which are of no use, and applying these scientifically valid methods of protecting them instead. H. Doe. Can't.
These samples glitter in a weird way. I wonder where they came from.
Underwater. L. Sullivan and B. Morgan, local fishermen, report numerous large bubbles and an unbearable stench rising from the bottom of the sea. Bought a sample of weird substance floating in the ocean from J. Harvey. Claims he found it among the numerous dead and strangely deformed fish. Fish were taken for analysis. Several locals mentioned the rock that rose from the seabed, making the fog shine in different colors. Witnesses felt sick and dizzy for 2 to 3 days after the LP Stern got severe burns after chiseling off a part of the rock in his basement. Samples taken for it. Your burn. The Oakmont University Department of Anthropology welcomes the newest addition to its ranks, Professor Harriet Doe. Her brilliant discoveries about the origin of Inuit tribes have added a new page to the history book of humanity. Now Professor Doe will embark on a new expedition to hopefully shed light on the source of the flood, and in doing so, shed light on what may yet be to come. Alright, let's go through this invisible wall. Well, that's creepy as fuck. The following must be delivered. Brimhaven Bay, no later than Friday. Mark 5 diving suits, 6. Air tanks and pumps, 4. Canned foods, 18 crates. Personal belongings, 6 crates with name something. Research equipment, 7 crates. Do not something. Air pipes, 24. Phone station and wires, 1. Power generator, 1. Responsible for Partially burnt cargo.
I'm Commander Shepard, and AwesomeMattG is my favorite streamer on Twitch.
Hey, Mom, thanks for the resub. Yeah, poop in here. Ah! Asshole. Shot me. The fish man. An Innsmouther.
Guess this helmet's beyond repair.
Alright, so I came down here, saw a helmet, and shot a guy. About it. Aha.
We don't have time to pick it. Stand back.
Grab the papers. Smash the rest.
I fatah me fe I regach I dagon.
Dagon. Know that name.
Burn it all. Make sure you get the adverts.
Time to figure this out.
I think it's pretty self-explanatory. One.
We don't have time to pick it. Stand back.
Two.
Grab the papers. Smash the rest.
I fatah me fe I regach I dagon.
Burn it all. Make sure you get the adverts.
Several men broke into the expedition headquarters. What they didn't smash, they burned. The archives, even the newspapers.
Mind Palace. Cargo manifest. The cargo from the expedition was taken by the Grimhaven Bay Pier. The expedition headquarters was vandalized by Innsmouthers. They burned the expedition archive and... The archive is lost, but I still have clues to follow up on. They left the city on a freighter from Grimhaven Bay. There might be recent postings or ads about a freighter in the Oakmont Chronicle. Man, this game is a thing. Holy cow. The Oakmont Chronicle. Let's head over there. We need to head east. Words are hard. I had it right.
Hide your camera. Fast. You and me are gonna have trouble.
No photographs, you hear me?
Hey, Two Talon. Thanks for the bits.
Extra, extra. All the news that's fit to print. Buy a paper, mister?
Alright, so I am looking for what? Oh, I passed it. Oakmont Chronicle. Hello?
The old papers are by the door. Take them and stop bothering me already.
I think you've got me confused with someone else.
Aren't you a newcomer?
Help me out here. What's the connection between newcomers and old newspapers?
It's cold sleeping in the street, and they come to collect the old newspapers for warmth.
Yeah, I guess I am a newcomer. Charles Reed, private investigator. And I also need your old newspapers, the archive, to be exact.
Ah, so you're the one who cracked the Albert Throgmorton murder case. Nice work. I'm Helen Bland. Say, can you do me a favor? Give me an exclusive interview. You won't regret it. The Oakmont Chronicle is the best newspaper for miles around.
All right, I'll be sure to make some time for you, Miss Bland. Do you still want that interview? I got some time now, if you're ready.
Oh, absolutely. We know that you're the private eye who solved the case, but tell our reader something more about yourself.
I'm a former Navy diver. Served on the USS Cyclops, and, well, after the war, I found myself in Boston. I've been a private eye ever since.
Oh, a brave sailor. Well, I imagine you'll get accustomed to local life easily. We have plenty of water around here. Maybe we'll have the chance to work together later. Who knows? And now the big question. Why are you here? What brought you to Oakmont?
Currently, I'm tracking down the source of the psychic phenomenon that's been causing madness and visions all across the country.
Ah, yes. It affected people here, but we were much more concerned with the flood. Though Robert Throgmorton sent an expedition.
Yeah, and then hired me to find it. Ironic, don't you think?
I think that's enough for now. I can't give the readers too much all at once. Thank you for your interview, Mr. Reed.
My pleasure. Maybe I'll do something interesting enough to make the papers again. You never know. See you later.
Stay safe.
You will often need to look for information with various city archives. Archives contain topical information. For example, City Hall holds data about citizens and organizations, while info about specific categories of people, like criminals or patients, can be found in the police or hospital. In the casebook, evidence may have a hint icon indicating that you need to do some archive research. In the archive interface, select the piece of evidence you wish to investigate. Then choose 3 criteria to search for relevant information. A search conducted with the correct evidence and criteria will result in new information being added to the casebook. Interesting. Choose evidence. Oh, cool. It gives me a hint. That little hint must be archive. It's got a little book there. The expedition is lost, but I still have clues to follow up on. They gave me... They left the city on a freighter from Grimhaven Bay. Period is after the flood. Not what I was looking for. Bro, let's go. I love apples. Yeah, pretty much, right, Matthew? You'd think they'd put the printing presses down on the bottom floor just because of how heavy. Or in the basement or something like that. Okay. Ship freighter advertisement. The 30-ton ship Titania. Pier 3 in Oakmont Bay. And apples are so good, dude. Oh, number 3. Here we go.
Ah! 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 Thank Kay. At last. Hey, help! Help!
What's going on?
Sea creatures. Swarmed over the piers. I hid here, but these walls won't stand up to them. Please help me.
What creatures? What are you talking about?
Wild beasts. They came to feast on the blood. They're eating the dead.
I'm looking for Captain Sanders. Is he here in the port? Did the creatures get him?
I saw Sanders. Help me. I'll tell you what I know.